Okay, no, I want to share the story of the modesty. Um, like it's like the story of my Christian journey about how I dress. Back then, before I know Christ, I like to kinda wear something like a bit revealing, like short pants or um tank top, something like that. But after I know Christ, even like at the first, like I don't really wear like that long skirt on the church. I still wearing like quite short skirt to the church. Yes, I don't know. And it's not like years after, because I think this is the thing that it's like real rarely people teach on the church. I don't really hear God say it's like modest, and I'm thinking be modest. It's like one word just come out to my head, and directly I find, is there any modesty first on the Bible? Because even after years become Christian, I never heard about it. So I found one. It's in 1 Timothy 2, 9 and 10. I also want the women to dress modestly, with decency and properly, adorning themselves, not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds appropriate for women who profess to worship God. I never heard this first, and when God said to me like be modest, then I find this verse, and I I started to change how I dress. I declutter some of my clothes that are too revealing, maybe, and I just wear like the long one. Even at one point, actually, I try to just use veil on my everyday life. Um, there is first also for that. Wait, let me find. Wait a moment. I didn't prepare for that. I'm not. I didn't expect I will tell about this actually. Okay. Corinthians 11:6. For if a woman will not cover her head, she should cut off her hair. But if it is disgraceful for a woman to have her hair cut off or her head shaved, she should cover her head. For a man should not have his head covered, since he is in the image of glory of God. Okay, this is the context of praying actually. Any man who prays or prophesies with his head covered disgraces his head. But any woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered disgraces her head. For it is one and the same thing as having a shaved head. It's 1 Corinthians 11. Okay, 5, 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Yes, something like that. So, at one point, I covering my head every day, but because my mom is like Muslim, and he will tell me, if you want to use head cover, go become a Muslim again. So yeah, that's why also like gradually I take it off. But yeah, there are some first. Actually, I'm not like pastor that kind of like interpret and everything, but I just use it as is. this is another example. 1 Peter 3:3-4. Whose adorning, let it not be outward adorning of plaiting the hair, wearing and of wearing gold or putting on of apparel, but let it be hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of meek and quiet spirit, which is the desire of God of great price. So it's not the outside, it is the inside. um I asked many people on the churches about this, but many of them will say, "Wow, that's in the past. It's not relevant anymore with what it is today." But for me, because I didn't study that deep, so I just take it as is. That's why right now I tend to dress modestly, and I think about this modesty, I only found um, one preacher that tell about this, and it's like many years ago. The recording, it just looks really old, maybe in the 90s. I found it on YouTube, and it's really hard to find other uh, preacher telling about this. That's why, when I'm in Jakarta, people going to the church and um, wearing like really short skirts and transparent clothes, and what is with the belly button. I mean, people can see their belly button when you're on the church, and I just think like, this is not right, how come you show your belly button on the church? But well, I don't have the capacity, I think, to talk to the church, but I have the capacity to talk on YouTube, so I can talk about this. So from somebody that like to wear revealing clothes to become somebody that hear God itself to say to me, telling me to wear something modest.